Good morning. Welcome to the show. It's We Are Live. We're live from St. Louis and Grand Center at Midcoast Studio. Check out midcoast.media for more information. Hello. Happy Wednesday. Big show on tap today. But first, let's say hello to the great Travis Terrell wearing a short V-neck at Apartment in Brooklyn, New York. Good morning, Travis.
Namaste.
Namaste in bed. The Stream Queen, Chris Gardner's here. He's the producer, and it's not good smoking weather already. Good morning, Gardner.
It is hot.
Gardner just put in some time, recorded Yale's podcast, and he was having his smoke break just before we came back up, and he's laboring, folks.
It is a heavy
laboring.
Air. It's tough to inhale a menthol in this weather.
The mint doesn't soothe you?
Oh, it soothes, but it's tough to inhale it and get it in your lungs properly, and then to exhale. So this heavy air makes it difficult to, much like in the extreme cold, it's tough to smoke. In this kind of heavy heat, it's difficult to smoke. If they just allowed it indoors, we'd fix it all. But good morning, Chris, here in St. Louis. Good morning, Travis, and where are you? Hipsterville, USA, Brooklyn. My revolutionary brother. Good morning, Walnuts. And I'd like to send a congratulations as well. Congratulations to my little brother, Matthew Ryan Gardner.
Oh, wow.
And his wife, Paige, my sister-in-law.
What's up, Paige?
On the birth of their daughter.
Nice.
Whitley Vale Gardner. Last night.
Future Ascot All-Star.
I know.
Hello.
I know.
That's a big deal, man. Is that this the first time you're an uncle?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm happy for my parents as well. They're now grandparents.
They've been waiting for this?
Yes, and I told them, I've been honest with them, it's going to have to be Matt. It's not going to be me. I don't want that.
Oh.
I would not do that to a person.
Society as a whole.
To society. It's my gift to society, as I've said. So it was all on Matt, and he came through. And congratulations to them.
Wow, big deal.
Congratulations to you, sir, and your family. And
yeah,
that is very dope, my friend. It's going to be fun being an uncle.
Now
Uncles are cool.
I have a niece, but I already have Beebs working on. I had already purchased
By Jack.
a onesie for a newborn that's going to have the Carte Blanche logo on it.
Well, of course.
Nice.
That's what this uncle does.
That's one of the gifts.
Go on.
So I did not know what else to get yet because they had decided, my brother and his wife, to not know the sex of their child until she was born now.
Are we on board with that, Travis?
It's their prerogative.
Yeah.
I think, it's up to the parents at the end of the day. I respect either way, whatever a parent's comfortable with. I love the old-fashioned nature of it all, so I think that's pretty cool.
You know why I do like it? It's because it means we didn't have to deal with any of those gender reveal videos.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So
These
it
things
did-
are getting ugly. Those things are
take that
getting
away.
bad.
It started a
reveals.
fire last year. Started a fire in Arizona.
Like a big one.
I think the ugliest thing about the gender reveals are the parents' reactions to the sex.
It's very obvious.
Like, so if a parent has convinced themselves that they want a boy and whatever the confetti or the pink powder starts coming out, then all of a sudden you see their shoulders and face drop. And I'm sure the daughter is going to look forward to that in about 7-8 years when they come across that video. So, yeah, these are gender reveals are awful, awful ideas.
Would you be disappointed if you had either sex, Travis? Would there be a disappointment? Let's be honest. It's always the guy who has 2 daughters already, and he's just slump-shouldered and trying to fight through the frown and make it into a smile. It's always that whenever it's not the boy, right? Like, there's never been a dude who sees he's having a boy and he's like, what are you going to do, right? It's always the dude with 2 daughters who's slightly disappointed that he hasn't got the blue balloon.
Didn't get it again.
But that is so weird to me. That is weird
Right.
that you would care that much.
Well,
Like, I get
stop
that,
making
you have a
babies.
Go adopt
Well,
one.
and I,
You can walk into a
I don't
room and
understand.
pick something with a penis in about 7 seconds.
but
I
we
get
have,
it.
I mean, genetic technology is quite amazing these days. If you really want to, there's another way to do it. I don't know. I just don't understand that. And imagine doing a gender reveal for someone like me who's colorblind.
Oh, what
What
a day.
Oh, it's a hermaphrodite.
honey.
oh, Jesus
Yay!
Honey,
Christ.
are we going with Tom or Tina? What are we doing with her?
I don't know
going
what
on?
it is still.
It's very weird. I saw one last night, and the woman was nearly in tears. Her friend played a prank on her
Oh God.
and convinced her that she was having a girl, and the reaction, it was
That's
so
hilarious.
viscerally negative. She was so negative. Like, she was like crying. She didn't want a daughter. And her friends were like, haha, joking. Actually, we put in the wrong material. It's a boy.
Oh my God.
And
That's like a fake lottery
yeah,
ticket.
but
It's hilarious, yeah.
but at the same time, like, just the reaction to having a daughter, and I think that it's just so bizarre to react so negatively to the sex of your child. I would imagine that if you're a first-time parent or just a parent in general, isn't the health of the child the most important thing than anything else?
Well, that's what you would think, and maybe we're
Well,
wrong.
well, and if you're going to be honest about yourself, you're allowed to want one sex or the other internally. Keep it internal though. Don't
Right.
if you know you're not going to be up for an Oscar for your acting,
Yeah.
let's keep it off social
Keep
media.
it internal. If you're
Yeah.
not Catholic, pretend
Right.
you're Catholic. Keep
Exactly.
it inside.
That guilt it up. That's right. Nod. Move forward. That's
Learn.
what you do.
And then go seek therapy afterwards.
At St. Louis Counseling
Yes,
Services. That's
yes.
right. stlouiscounseling.org for more information. Travis, you were a guest on their podcast, Mental Health Matters. People can check that out online anywhere you get podcasts. But if you're looking for counseling services in the St. Louis area, they have been improving lives since 1955. Our guy Tom, our lady Debbie, they come in here, they knock it out. They're wonderful people, and they have a great staff of counselors on hand at St. Louis Counseling Services. Check out the website, stlouiscounseling.org. Seamless is what that was. Seamless. So, yes, all in all, we're a little weirded out by the gender reveal parties, right?
To what they've become. Everything has to become more and more elaborate.
Here's how it goes.
Right.
It starts as, what a fun way to get together with some people we never see. We'll knock a few beers out on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, there's cake, right? That's how it starts. And then it turns into a whole hullabaloo, and everybody's freaking out. And then you set the state of Arizona
What
on
happened to
fire.
baby showers? What
think
happened
there's
to
that
just regular
too.
baby showers?
There's multiple
But that's
There's
my
that.
thing. Like,
now.
Diaper
why
parties.
are we creating? Look, I'm all about having fun. Don't get me wrong, and I think things like divorce parties are freaking hilarious. Or even the new thing that I see the previous generation do now are empty nest parties. So when the kids officially leave the house and head off
Right.
to college, they're even throwing parties for having their house back again. I think those are cool. I just don't understand the point of gender reveals. I think, first of all, the gender of your child, that's personal. Now, when you're ready to share that with the world, go for it. But the world doesn't need to celebrate whether or not I'm having a boy or a girl. Just be happy that I'm having a child. And I thought that was the point of baby showers.
Yeah, and there's a lot of multiple baby showers with each child now, from what I've observed.
Can we also just speak to the fact that we're three adult males over 35 without children? We are the worst audience, or
Yeah.
maybe we're the best.
Let
critic.
us
We're the
tell
best
you what
critics.
to do with your kids.
I think we're the best critics, though. I think so, because we have clear eyes on the subject.
I don't think we're even telling people like necessarily what to do with their kids. I just would imagine that if I was having a child, I think I'm excited to have a child. Now, I get the bonus of maybe you saying to yourself, I've always wanted a son, I've always wanted a daughter, but once it becomes apparent that my significant other is pregnant and we're about to have a baby, I want to have a sweet Jesus. It has two eyes and all the necessary cells and body parts to be a healthy baby child. I don't get the need for the powder blue and pink. I'm just creeped out by it. I'm creeped out by the internet these days.
Interesting way to describe it.
Our friend, our friend.
Had to decide
Oh, look at
whether
this
I was,
beautiful baby! It has all the necessary cells.
That's the truth. But Tom Brown in the comments, my wife has a friend who did a breed reveal party for their dog. There was a board with different colors representing different breeds. I'm assuming everyone was hoping for a chocolate lab.
That's good.
Once again, black people ruining crazy themed parties. I can't believe that. Travis, you should be ashamed. This is obviously the work of a black family. Obviously.
I look
maybe
forward
a
to
Japanese.
using that for the great American race later.
Damn it. I'm not even big on the. I'm not even big on the. Oh, you're so
A
white.
breed
That's
reveal party.
Oh.
Wow, that is the Jesus Christ. It's probably serving unseasoned chicken and potato salad with raisins.
it's not a thing.
The only thing that I
Except at that party.
I won't say the only thing, but one thing in particular I think that has gotten better as things have had more production to them and gotten more elaborate, as I previously stated, is high school basketball recruits announcing their college decisions, or even football recruits now too, where it's gone from picking the cap, which got to be just, hey, let me fake you out on one here and then go to the other. Or one person in particular put on the wrong cap. Put on the wrong hat and didn't realize it right away and had to explain that one away. But now they're going to these like 1.5 minute, 2 minute videos that kind of tease it a little bit and then reveal it in the end. That, I think, has gotten better with just the video production instead of using the hats to pick it. So that's one area where the elaborateness, I think, has been a positive. But in the gender reveal, it seems to be getting... I mean, what was it in... it might have been Australia that they were doing like burnouts in cars to do some sort of gender reveal.
It's not Australia. That was DeSoto, dude.
Yeah.
It's like 20 minutes from here. Come on.
It can be both. And I watched one, and a car caught fire. They had to like get the guy out of the car and all this other stuff. So the car caught fire trying to do a gender reveal. So that's where it was heading. So I think at least the high school recruit thing has gotten a little better with more elaborateness.
That's good. Travis,
Like that's my thing. I think if you're going to, I don't know, it's about being creative. I think it's just at the end of the day, you're talking about a life. And so I just think it's so weird to celebrate whether or not that life is going to be male or female. Like that's weird to me. Like you should be happy with life. And I know that sounds very Hallmarkish, but seriously though, I don't get why it truly matters. Like it doesn't determine your income. It doesn't determine how healthy the baby is going to ultimately end up being. Like it doesn't have any true determining factors outside of you as the parents and how you're going to raise them. So I don't understand the need to celebrate whether or not it's going to be a boy or a girl, especially when I think considering that people aren't having children to begin with as much as they used to, at least with previous generations, we should just be happy that young people are having kids.
Yep. I'm waiting for a Chris transition.
I'm trying to think.
He doesn't
like,
have
how-
one. He's blanking. He doesn't.
No,
Oh boy.
no,
Oh,
I was
I thought he was
I
going to
was
go
trying
with it. There it is.
I'm trying to. I'm trying.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out which one it was going to be. That's what was going on in my head at that moment.
Roy Wood Jr. is here Friday, and I'm sharpening up my transition so he.
Oh, hey, my friend.
My friend.
Oh, my good friend Roy
Wood Jr. will join me for a one-on-one. We'll make sure the stream's not working that day. Maybe we'll get sushi. I don't know. We'll see. No, my thought is, Travis, how do we fix this? And I think you are the key to how we fix this. You take it.
Oh no.
Let black people make gender reveal parties lit and cool. Come on, man. There's plenty of space in the park. We can grill. There's good music. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Let's do it. Let's make gender reveal parties cool. It's a new spot where you can go hit on friends of the mother to be. I think you're missing an opportunity here. And personally,
That's what baby showers are for. We're so redundant now. I feel
Yeah.
like, look, I think it's like,
that is
I think,
confusing.
and look, I say this a lot now because I think it's becoming a little bit more apparent. I think what social media has become for a lot of folks is a therapy session. So they have
Not even
to
a
work
therapy
through some
session.
shit.
It's a jerk off session, Travis. Sorry.
It's
I
truly
needed to
therapy.
say that.
I say therapy in the sense that a lot of people, you can tell through their postings, through their updates and their tweets, that they're going through something emotional, something heavy in their life. Because you see the scriptures and you see the
Dog
shave
photos in a park.
haircut and the filter on Instagram, like, yeah, and the dog photos and the pictures of the flower petal with the beetle on the edge of it. It's like there are a lot of people who I truly believe are going through a lot in their life, and this is the best way they can express it. And I think people find themselves in situations, and certainly with pregnancies, that, it may have been a 50-50 prospect. It may not even have been something that they planned. But now that they know the world's going to know that they're pregnant, they have to put on this face that they're happy and they're excited and they're celebratory. So I feel like these gender reveals are forced. There's something that people are trying to basically get out their system to be excited about something that they have a lot of uncertainty about. And so I think that's why gender reveals are so awkward to me, because it feels like you're working through something. Instead of being
Well,
happy for your child, it's like, oh, my dad was this, and so that's why I don't want a boy, or my mom was this, and that's why I don't want a girl. And now when I see pink powder, I'm going to completely lose it. Like, I think people are working through some personal shit on social media, hence why some of these phenomenons have blown up like gender reveals, because they seem entirely unnecessary.
it's a deep dive, and that's an interesting take. I would simply say this, Travis. You mentioned it, though. You said, well, isn't this what a baby shower is for? Exactly. You repackage the name of a baby shower to have another party so you can get more gifts. That's how I think
Okay,
of
well then that's
things.
strategic, and I applaud that.
Okay, then
It's like
that's the
you
case, and
change the
that's a
name of
strong
it.
play, and I agree with it.
ESPN does it. They have the formula. They have the same take it or leave it. Whatever. And what? Yes or no.
Fair or
Yeah,
foul.
yeah, fair or foul.
Excuse me, don't be
So you
disrespectful.
just
Uh-huh.
you repackage it. It's the same thing, but you're getting the same thing.
What was that thing where they did it with the Rascal Flat? My wish. There you go. Some
Now,
dick.
you had me self-conscious though, Travis. Now I'm looking at my Twitter and my recent tweets to see what I've been tweeting about to see if I'm working through anything.
Well,
But
we
don't
have.
you think that, like, sometimes now, so honestly, I think that's I genuinely do believe that. I do believe, and this is with people I follow, and I'll acknowledge, even in the heyday of Twitter, that I think people were putting things out there into the universe because they were going through shit. And
Hmm.
I think a lot of tweets start to make a little bit more sense to you when you know that an individual is likely going through something. Look, I follow people on Twitter who I know have gone through real traumas, and you can see in the things that they say and the things that they retweet and the way they react to their followers, that those people are going through something. And you
My
can kind of tell in the way they tweet. So it's same with Ben Fred. I think Ben Fred is a psychopath, and you can
Mm.
notice that in his tweets.
oh,
I don't know why the Post continues to employ him, but
Oh wow.
he is a
I don't know how you
psychopath, and I
got
look
there.
forward to people going through
Bit
his
of a stretch.
tweets because he's clearly going through a lot.
You just went there
Huh.
pretty quickly. Now, let me know if I'm going
Hmm.
through anything here. I'm just going to go through my timeline. Bears.
Okay.
Okay, that seems okay and
Okay,
normal.
it's normal trauma. Yeah.
Simon and Simon.
Right.
Great television show. No issue there.
Mm-hmm.
Rating Area 51. Retweeting Giorgio Sokolis
Mm-hmm.
of Ancient Aliens with some notes on what not to do. Okay, that seems
Okay.
normal.
Got it.
Something about calling Senator Flatbed Josh Hawley some name maybe,
Normal.
and asking him why he's trying to take down the Candy Crush crime syndicate. Okay, that's all good. Mike Shannon,
I think I get it now. I
Viking
see now, Gardner. See,
funerals.
just judging by your tweets, I believe you are going through something. I believe at some point in your life that you were bullied by someone that looked like Josh Hawley, and that you've always wanted
You
to
think?
explore the universe outside of Earth because you never felt welcome here on this planet.
Right.
That's why
Right.
you're so adamant about meeting aliens, and that's why
Let
you're
me
so caught up
out.
in bears, because you want to be destroyed by a bear. You
Yeah.
want to be attacked
Because
by a
that'll
bear because
release me from this
So
earth.
it'll level you up. Right.
exactly,
Right.
Man,
And it.
exactly. And
this
so
is
then you'll
good.
be able to get on the ship and you'll be able to take off because you want to leave the bullies of the world behind, like Josh Hawley. So I was able to see how I was able to create that thread from just those handful of tweets.
Yeah.
You're going through a lot right now,
What is?
and you need to perhaps check out our friends at St. Louis Counseling
Oh,
Services.
we
Okay.
already
St.
did
Louis
it.
Counseling
We already.
Services.
We
We
already
did
gave him
that.
a plug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
In the end, Chris Gardner was the extraterrestrial all along.
And then he didn't even know it. That's the thing. I did realize I just had this retweet and it made me laugh. What do you think of this one? Rick Astley, what do you want for your birthday? Wife, the Up DVD. Rick Astley. No.
Rick Astley, everybody.
Never gonna give you up.
Some dick.
That's a brilliant tweet.
Some dick filled my
That is kind
Facebook
of a
feed with a
that's kind of
picture
a
of
brilliant
Jon
tweet.
Snow at the club. I think he's going through some shit.
The Trav.
Look. First off, let's talk. Can we have a quick conversation about Facebook algorithms? Because I like to change my statuses and my profile just on a whim. Most people do. Maybe there's a job change, a life change, new child in their life. People change their updates all the time, but I don't care to broadcast that. I know people don't want that in their feed. I know people don't care about my brand new avatar profile picture. So why does Facebook automatically share that with everyone on my timeline? Like, why is that necessary for them to update all of my friends that I've changed my profile picture? I don't even there has to be a setting, right? Am
Yeah,
I an
I would
idiot?
think so. Yeah, there has to be.
I don't mean to tell people about my updated photos because it does look weird when I change my profile. I'm not trying to broadcast that. I post like maybe once a month to my personal page. And I barely like doing that. So to have them share that, that's a violation of my privacy. And I think Mark Zuckerberg, you're racist as hell.
I don't.
We're
That's
not on
not
that
the.
segment yet.
That's not what
That's
we're.
not the segment. That's not the segment.
From the
That's not
fancy
the segment.
foyer.
Oh shit.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Sorry.
Stop paying
there it
attention.
is. Do you want to give it another whirl?
Senator, we run ads.
Thank you, Mark. Oh, by the way,
Mm.
remind me to go back to the Congress and tech. Okay,
I
Gardner.
see.
Thank you. From Jamie Moyer's fancy foyer, I've bred twice. We found out. We found out the sex so we could buy clothes and paint the nursery. Gender reveal parties are for attention whores. I mean,
Thank
yeah.
you for saying that. Like, but no, because that's right. Because I get it. Like, so I say when I said earlier, it's for the parents. So yeah, the parents go crazy if they need to know to buy clothes and furniture and tell the grandparents and everyone. That makes sense. I just don't understand the need to invite me over to your house. But then again, if you are cooking and you are providing alcohol, my black
Friends
ass
too.
will show up and celebrate almost anything. So then again, maybe it's just a weird excuse for people to continue to get drunk and
I
talk
think.
about
Yeah, could
the
be.
fact that they had sex at one point. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, that could be it. The tech and government thing. I heard I heard a report that they're talking about going in and going after Google a little bit more and trying to
Oh yeah,
because
Josh Hawley's all over it.
companies like Yelp are saying that Google is throttling them down because they're competitors. I I will listen. Since this is the final season of Earth, I get it. Let's just throw this storyline in there. I would pay good money for these senators and elected officials to try and talk to an artificial intelligence expert at Google, a a, a software expert at Google, to really get into the analytics at Google. I I just laughed. I was like, you've already
We
you were
watched that show.
you were at the ceremonial weigh-ins and you got punked out by the better fighter. Like don't follow through with the fight.
Here's the thing,
like
though.
this.
But I was almost along the same lines recently. But the more I watch how government works, at the end of the day, even the fact that those senators and congressmen perhaps don't know the ins and outs like an AI expert at Google, they still can absolutely throttle Google from being whatever it desires to be, at least here in the United States. So those geek guys are still going to have to learn to play ball because those congressmen, even as stupid as they are when it comes to technology, can absolutely put forth legislation to break up
Yeah.
people like Google, break up Twitter, break up Facebook, because that's where it's marching towards. And if there's anything that does have some bipartisan momentum, it is breaking up some of these big tech companies. So if I'm them, I get that they're smarter than all those congressmen in the room, but the future of these companies are at stake, so they may not want to be too smart-lipped about it.
Until you push him over, and then Google's like, I'm the captain now. Yeah, we
That
are
is very
now
I'm
likely
the
to happen.
government.
we are now the government.
Yeah.
Well, did you see your boy Elon Musk? Did you see what he recently got approved to start now using AI symbiotic technology on human brains?
He
And
seemed
so,
deathly
yeah,
afraid of AI in some interviews. He seemed genuinely
sure.
scared of it.
That's why he's trying to put it in a human body because you can then control the human, right?
Yeah, maybe
You
so.
already can. Look what Russia's done to us.
Yep. The
Jesus.
We'll get into the
Speak of the
face app.
devil.
Yeah.
Let's get into that right away.
This
Yeah.
face app.
So it's the beauty about America is that we will get America is me in that we will get a bunch of warning
Careful.
signs and updates. Like, you know how you get those updates on your phone, like, hey, it's time for your software update, or hey, make sure
Hmm.
you go to your doctor's appointment in a couple weeks. Like, I feel like we get those reminders, and then when it's time, we completely forget and throw it out the window. Like, we've had the United States government tell us for an entire year that Russia is hacking into our social media so they can manipulate American behavior and potentially the American election. As soon as a new app and a new toy comes along, America immediately gives up all their information to the
Hmm.
Russians.
Face app is an app you can get on any of your phones, and it does a very good job of showing what you'll potentially look like, or it fakes you out enough where it's believable. It's very realistic looking, where you're older, and it's just done through the app. You take a photo, but uh, as Gardner pointed out immediately, he's like, "Wait a damn minute! This is a Russian company." And then
Yeah, I saw a few tweets on it.
yeah, our friend Sean on Instagram posted, not the Sean, the famous Sean, but our buddy Sean posted the user agreement from the app. You immediately give up all rights to whatever you upload onto that. If you take a photo of your face, they can use your likeness. It's literally super invasive. They can do whatever they want if you use it. So this is where we are. This is who we are.
Yeah.
So let's see some photos.
I just want to want. It was too late at this point. Whenever I saw this information, but now I begin to wonder which one of us will end up as an alt-right meme here in the near future.
That's the other thing I was thinking about last night. Like, so when I uploaded my face and I realized that again, I just put myself now not only on America's grid, but Russia's grid, is that what commercial or what TV show are they going to use my likeness in? Because I would like to use it as a credit.
Mm.
As you guys know,
Oh,
I am a professional in the entertainment industry, and I would love to be able to, you know, like show potential managers some of my previous work. So if Russia is going to use it in a Pepsi ad or whatever, an alt-right commercial, I would love to at least be like brother number two in Russian commercial or something like I can at least pass on to future agencies.
so let's go through some of these photos.
Oh, we have some?
Yeah.
Oh, let's check it
All
out.
right, here we go.
Here,
Who do we have
let's start
first?
with Chris.
Oh, courtesy of Jay Moyer's Fancy Foyer. I didn't load my own likeness in, so I'm still covered. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Or did
Can
you
we
give it
talk
away?
about let's talk quickly about yesterday, Chris. Like, damn.
Are you talking about?
Like, for
you talking
real,
about?
like,
Is my name Cristobal or am I Christopher from Brazil?
You look Latin.
Am I Latin or am I
you
Brazilian?
do look Cristobal Alvarez Deadman.
You look
Okay.
like you're in Menudo.
Yeah, yeah. I have a soft face. Yeah.
You do.
It is.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I
Nope.
ain't trying to be
Maybe
rude, but
take it easy.
I hit that
No.
yesterday.
No.
I hit yesterday, Chris.
Mm-mm.
No?
You had those
Too far?
eyebrows cleaned up, man.
Hmm.
You'd definitely be in a Latin
What do
boy
you
band.
Now look at tomorrow, Chris. Now, Gardner, I'd imagine at your watering hole, many of individuals that look like tomorrow, Chris,
Yeah.
frequent that establishment.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said we were playing a little game last night of you look like whatever, and I said that tomorrow Chris looked like a older hip graphic designer who creates wine labels and enjoys traveling to the Southwest by himself.
You're not sure if he visits a prostitute or not.
But you're by yourself. And
Older-
you're in the Southwest.
Right. Wears rock band tees, right?
Yeah. Oh, most certainly.
Tomorrow, yeah. Tomorrow, Chris looks
Is
like
that
he
a
shows
canned
up to
hair
Home
tea?
Depot.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I show up to
Tomorrow,
Home-
Chris looks like he shows up at Home Depot at 6:05 a.m.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
he definitely.
Gotta seize the weekend. You know, I started.
He's
I really
definitely
got
DIY.
I got back into Zig Ziglar and and his teachings, and I'm living a second life.
Yeah.
Age ain't nothing but a number. Okay.
He lives in the city, yet has like a garage in his back that has a lot of woodworking tools. Most
Oh,
certainly.
for sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's what I took from that one.
Only-
Chris looks like he's a stepfather at a sorority house.
I was gonna say only dating 27-year-old vegetarians as well.
Now Tommy sent me one of Chris that he made.
Oh, thank you, Tommy.
Okay.
This should be good.
There's
Let's
this
see what
one.
is.
Oh, wow. Oh, Tommy. Tommy the intern.
Now I said with this one it was really hard to nail it down, but I'm like, his name is Rick. He's got problems, lots of problems, but he likes to drink them away in the Florida Panhandle.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
He drinks Bud Heavy and chases
Right.
it with bourbon.
My daughter, I haven't talked to in 12 years, bought me that shirt the last time she saw me.
Chris looks like a warden at a minimum security facility in Joplin.
Uh-huh. Yep. And I get a little handsy with my
Yeah,
coworkers.
you've been arrested.
Chris, that looks like you. You look like you look like you go to the park asking girls, "Where's my hug?"
Mm.
Do you own a Camaro or pickup?
This
I'm about
guy.
to say no. He definitely. That's a
88 Chevy
he's
pickup.
definitely. Yep, good call.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I got a few of Travis here too.
Oh.
Oh Christ!
Here we go with this one. which
Oh
is
dear God.
motherfucking terrifying. What the fuck are your eyes doing, man?
Oh no.
Jesus Christ!
Oh.
How does
What's
it know
wrong?
I'll have cataracts?
I
How does it
know.
know?
Are you blind? I can't.
Oh,
Oh,
what is
wow.
happening here?
It is-
That is that's menacing. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that is.
if
Oh God.
if I woke up and that was hovering above me, I don't know. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I said this one. You look like a disgraced former college football linebackers coach who's constantly causing problems at a local convenience store now.
That works. That plays well. I'm
The eyes, I mean, they are holy.
I look like that I share my blanket when I'm at a bus stop.
Travis looks like he's about to hand out life lessons while
Yeah.
taking a shit on a subway from the Black Sheep. I feel like
You stay at the Y?
It looks like I'm the lone survivor of the waste war.
I've seen things. That's why your eyes are like
I've
that.
seen
I've seen
right.
things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You definitely look like the uncle that's like, "You still dating that little honey?" And then asking like 3 too many questions about nephew's ex-girlfriend. And then adding
It
her
looks like when
after
I-
they break up on Facebook.
It looks like I go to my friends and I ask them for money, then forget, and then continue to ask them for money, then forget, and then continue to ask them for money.
I had one other. I don't even know if I need to comment on this one of Travis. There you go.
Oh no.
Jesus.
Oh no. Oh no.
Now the eerie thing about this one, because I actually ended up showing this to my mother,
Oh,
I
no.
really look like my grandfather on this
Oh.
one. That's the crazy thing. That like my mother was like blown away because I guess there are some photos that my grandfather looks pretty similar to this, so she was shocked by it.
Oh. So this one.
But this
one got personal.
This one you're telling her like, hey, take it easy on that side.
Just a
Come
little
on,
off the top.
Just a little.
How many old man jokes do you make while you're sitting in that chair?
Yeah.
Like one person walks in, looks
Do you-
like I got here just in time.
Do you rub her
I
knuckles?
look like Julius Hunter.
Yeah. Do you rub her knuckles when she hands you the mint for coming in to say thank you? And she's ooh, and she kind of has to just pull away, just to, not hard, but like enough where it's
It
noticeable.
can get awkward.
Yeah.
It looks like I stand outside a grocery store seeing if old ladies need rides home.
I think I'm trying to figure out if he's retired or if he still has a job.
Okay.
I do look like a retired detective. I look like Morgan Freeman at the end of Seven.
He saw things too. He saw things too.
I see. Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's true.
Does this version of you love Floyd Mayweather or hate him?
Oh no, this one loves Floyd Mayweather. This is
Okay.
a problematic black man that completely ignores the domestic abuse because he's got great right hand jab.
Yeah, you do not like homosexuals. Yeah, you do.
No,
It ain't
yeah,
natural.
that's
It ain't natural.
yeah, yeah. You know, a crackhead and homosexuals are the same people. That's what it looks like. I say in that video, in that photo.
I have a couple of me here. Here's one.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no, Gardner.
Looks like
Gardner.
Santa Claus fell asleep in a lawn chair on the beach
Yeah. You look like
without
you'd have
sunscreen.
you look like you'd have really strong opinions on who they cast for the next Wolverine because you've read since the originals, right?
Yeah.
You look like the former head coach of the Golden State Warriors who moved to Hawaii to grow weed.
Yes. It's
You
perfect.
look like Don Nelson.
I look like I try to talk to everyone at a coffee shop.
You look you look like you look like a guy who only gives away jazz albums to his young relatives at Christmas.
This guy loves vinyl.
You look like a season ticket holder to Billikens basketball games.
And here we go with this one.
Oh my.
No, this
Oh
is the best
my.
one.
If
No, I
Jurassic Park was co-sponsored by Margaritaville. That's what's happening in this photo here.
I am an
can I
Attenborough.
say first off, you have to make that your avatar for the rest of the year because you look like Attenborough. You do look like you run Jurassic Park, and I love it.
I do love that they let you keep some golden locks there at the end.
Looks
That's
like
pretty
It
nice.
looks like I run the bullpen cart Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you absolutely do. Yeah.
I've opened it in a small town in Iowa.
Uh-huh. You're the guy in the college bar that tries to tell the 21-year-old girl about which scotch is peaty or mossy.
Oh,
like you get
yeah.
real into that. And at minute 7 she's ready to kill herself.
Opulent. Yet
It
not
looks like you
overly
have
ostentatious.
it looks like you have 2 seats dedicated in your honor at the Muni.
Does this guy have a plaque on a park bench in Forest Park?
Oh yeah, there's no doubt.
Okay, I'll
like
take
he
it.
donates like he donates $30,000 a year to the St. Louis Zoo.
He definitely looks like he'd take your mom to lunch, teach her how to garden, and fuck her with respect.
I enjoy tomatoes.
Oh, perfect.
I have a garden full of tomatoes, and that's it. Nothing
You
else.
you do look like you create your own strains on the weekend.
Yeah, I think maybe you would try and school a younger black dude on funk bands from the 70s.
Let me tell you something.
Uh-huh. That's
Oh,
how it works.
okay.
Yeah.
I had Tommy send me a few.
Of those gardeners with the carte blanche suit jacket was the best, right? Like yours is the most
That is the
terrifying,
best
Travis.
because mine's is the most horrifying, no doubt about it. But yeah, you're right. Gardner's is the best because honestly, if we didn't know Gardner or people didn't know Gardner, you would just think that's just a seasoned old man that is related to. Like it looks like you look like your Mike Schultz's father. That's what it looks like.
Joe Madden's father, to be fair. That guy
Yeah.
would be Joe Madden's
damn it.
father. Yeah.
Ugh.
That's how that
Okay.
would work.
I had Tommy.
It looks
send-
like you do have a 35-year-old black wife.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nailed
that's it.
I love diversity.
Uh-huh.
There are a lot of yous like there's a lot of guys that look like this in the Central West End. I know you see them almost every Friday or Saturday night. You're like, why is this guy with a 28-year-old sister with box braids?
Box braids. Yeah, I know Fetty Wap. Yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
I had Tommy send a few, and I basically
Shows how old I am, by the way. Does anybody talk about Fetty Wap?
Yeah,
been a
no,
little
you're
while.
good. You're still within the ballpark.
Okay, good.
I had Tommy send me a few, and I just told him simply, "You look like Benjamin Button," and it was.
Oh my God. That shirt is so perfect. This is our intern. He never got out of Granite City, and he says he's invested in an organic weed farm, but you've never really seen the returns, Like he's still kind of doing some things. Tommy looks great. That's amazing.
Oh, and then I had one more from Tommy.
Like Tommy's been asked to leave several comic book stores.
Yeah. Now this is
Because he's
distinguished
causing a
Tommy.
scene.
Tommy just got done teaching a creative writing course in his spare
Yes.
time
No.
at the community annex.
It looks like he makes children's books.
Okay, there's that too. Right? Yeah, that's his pose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
take
he just got done signing autographs at Left Bank Books for his recent children's book.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's how I'm
Tommy
rolling.
does look like a general manager of Barnes and Noble.
Tommy looks like he'd get into an argument with a cousin at Thanksgiving because they don't use fair trade coffee.
You tried bulletproof?
That's perfect. I like those. I've
He
seen
looks
some
like
good
the
ones.
disgraced. He looks like the disgraced ex-principal who was removed because he went to too many swimming matches.
Swimming match?
Oh my
Is that what
God.
you call it? A swimming match?
Swimming competition.
Tommy looks
That's
like he
that's
makes.
Mr. Mosslander's fourth competition this week. That's kind of creepy, no?
He's not even on the coaching team. He just says he's a huge fan of athletics. Tommy looks like he makes mayonnaise sandwiches on wheatberry toast. That's from the Black Sheep.
Now I did put someone you mentioned earlier, Travis, through this as well, through the face app with a picture I had from their past, and that is one Ben Fredrickson of the Post Dispatch. His famous
Oh,
kitten
God.
photo. I decided
Jesus.
Oh no.
kitten mohawk. Oh,
Horrific.
that is something.
That guy has absolutely shown a younger female relative his genitals. Not even questioning it. That guy, that's happened, and it's a problem because he's still kind of wiry. He might pop you.
This guy looks like he struggles at the self-checkout at Walmart.
and then says something racially insensitive to the colored woman helping him.
He is not kind. He is not kind. And he's not aware either. He's not aware.
We are to that point where there could be an old man that looks like that has really strong opinions on the Sex Pistols' first album. We are at that point. You could have geriatric punk rockers.
Yeah.
For sure.
This guy looks like he does not care for different colored hair on his baseball players.
Good
This
for
guy
you.
wants you to stand for the flag.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking Ben Fredrickson of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch may not appreciate this.
He'll be fine with
He's
it.
got, yeah, he's a.
Add it to the slideshow.
What's he gonna do?
Nice work, Gardner.
Yeah.
Nice work all around. And good for you, if you're listening or watching, for giving your information to the Russians. It's
Yeah.
all over. Now, whenever their AI army infiltrates your city or town, you'll get your door kicked in by an AI soldier that looks exactly like you.
I do.
So that's
hope,
exciting.
I
think
do
that'd
hope
be-
this one right here ends up as the alt-right meme. I do hope
Yeah,
that.
that's fair.
Any one of
Yeah.
these do.
Like
This one, I
like
hope.
this is detailed. It's not conspiracy. It's not anything else. There have been some pretty deep journalistic endeavors on it. The Russian government has like troll. They have like office buildings with people that just literally create troll
We all
content
do.
online. You know
We
that,
all
right,
do.
Travis?
America
Yeah.
has it.
Yeah,
America
sure.
has it.
I don't doubt it.
China
I don't
has
doubt
it. Yeah, we definitely. Yeah, we all have.
I just think that we're the most susceptible to it because of how our society works.
Well, we certainly use social media more than anything. I would imagine most countries, and also I probably would imagine China's up there as well. But
you
of
think
course,
we're
their
vanity
social media
obsessed?
is heavily. We're America, baby.
Yeah.
It's our calling call. It's on brand. It's what we do. It's kind of to the comments. I saw the comments. Of course, everyone has been talking about the comments from Trump over the last couple of days, and someone said something that kind of threw me off, and they said his comments were racist and un-American. And I said, no, 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 no. You don't have to take the un off un-American. It was racist and American. It's on brand, baby. It's what we do. Trump has been on brand, so America's on brand. Of course, we're superficial. Have you not seen our movies? We're the heroes every damn time. When has another country ever won in a movie against aliens? Has another country been like, oh man, thanks to the France Navy, they kept the. No, it's always us. We're always the reasons for defeating the aliens.
The France Navy.
Uh,
Swimming match in the France Navy.
How will we get to the sea in a boat of cheese?
France Navy.
I don't know, man. We've taken an in-depth look, and we have a segment that we do. It's called the Great American Race. Travis, there's no open, but we do it where we pick a subject.
You sound so angry about it.
No, I'm just stating it. We pick a story, and then Gardner values or devalues each story. I represent the more successful, powerful, amazing race. Is that how we put? Did I read that right? The script you told me to read, Gardner? Oh,
No.
sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I
Not on the
represent the
rundown.
whites. Travis represents others, and we go
wow.
at it. Travis starts 50 points down because of societal impact, obviously.
Systematic racism.
We're sitting at 750 to 770. Travis is currently ahead. Travis, I will deflect to you for the first story. What do you got?
Yeah, and real quick, just to let everyone know, it's a credit score that we use.
Oh, my mistake.
That we start at 850 to 800, as you had mentioned, Chris. And throughout the month, we deduct our ad points, and at the end of the month, we declare a winner in the Great American Race. Whites or blacks, usually. That's what we got working here.
Let us know in the comments if you prefer whites or blacks. Go ahead, Trev.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
This is a bit of a weeding out process we're going to test here.
He's letting that one sit for a minute. Mm-hmm. Yeah, appropriate.
Are you done? Are you done?
I don't know. I think it'd be pretty funny to just do a
I'll
poll.
deduct,
Be like,
I'll
do you
deduct
like,
10 points
do you
from
like,
Chris for that.
Do you like black people or white people better, and see who we could get to show show their ass a little, and it would be a fun little trap to set. I'm
and then
sorry.
leave a comment.
Leave a leave a meme.
Tell us why.
Leave a meme that makes you think of another race. Go ahead. Yeah. Sorry, Trev. Oh.
Now, Gardner, did
that
I
wouldn't
send you
be
my
fun.
story?
Tell me that wouldn't be fun.
What'd you say?
Did I send you my story?
You did not.
You want to take a minute? I'll go ahead and go.
Or do you have?
You go first. I thought maybe I thought I sent it, but it looks like I didn't hit send.
Well, here I'll say this: at this point, it doesn't matter if you've sent it to me or not. I can't do anything with it.
Oh, well then just jump on in, Trev.
So if you have it, but if you need a second, we can let Chris go first.
Let's Chris go first.
Okay.
Okay, Travis, you've been working hard in New York. Your entertainment career is getting kicked off by worshiping at the altar of the House of Mouse, I believe. Gardner, do we have a photo maybe that we could prove? Oh my God, Disneyland. How wonderful. You have Mickey, Minnie, Donald, that dog, the other dog. Big time fans of these childhood wonders that we all get to appreciate.
The dogs' names?
Pluto and Goofy.
There you go.
We've got those folks at Disneyland. Just really, they're there for joy, right? They're there to provide hope to people from all over the world, and it's a beacon of just amazing feelings, good times, and childhood bliss. Exhibit B, please, Gardner. We have a video, and we'll throw it to Greater Anaheim, Orange County area, live at Disneyland.
This video is taking the internet by storm. People are even taking the time to break it down. Let me just underscore all of this. The fight that you're about to see took place at Disneyland in Toontown. That's right, the place where you take your toddlers when you go to Disneyland. All right, let's take a look at it. Again, you're going to see a guy there in the video. He's wearing a bright pink shirt. It may look red on your screen. Oh. He apparently gets into some sort of discussion that escalates quite quickly as a woman in a white tank top spits in his face and then he punches her. And then a guy in a white t-shirt. And by the way, all these people seem to be either related or all friends. They're definitely all at Disneyland together. The guy in the white shirt, he starts hitting. And then another woman who's in a beige tank top, she gets into the fracas. Now this goes on for some time. It dies down just for a moment, and then it picks back up again as the two women start fighting each other. Then the men enter the fight again, and then somewhere in all of this, a woman gets up from her mobility scooter. She gets involved in the melee, and then she ends up on the ground. It doesn't stop there. It stops and starts at least 2 or 3 more times. That's when park goers actually intervened in all of this. And then we see security come in. They break up the fight. And as we understand, that family was escorted out of Toontown and out of Disneyland.
Oh, no.
As
What
far
is that
as
guy
a statement
doing?
from Disneyland,
He's
we've
like
reached out to them. At
6'5",
this point, they have not
250.
responded. We'll continue to effort that in the morning. And we're
Punch
not sure if there
down.
are any sort of criminal charges against the people involved in all of this.
I do
We're
not wanna
working with the
grab that dude
Anaheim
in the
Police
pink.
Department right now to get that information. But again, as we come back out here, Toontown, ladies and gentlemen, on a Saturday, big fight. And
Would it
apparently
be
all of
better
these
if it was a
people knew each other.
Tuesday, Claire? Come on.
Ooh, that hit you hard, Travis.
Toontown on a Saturday at the happiest place on earth. I've personally been to this Disneyland. It is nothing but joy. Thank God I wasn't there for this atrocity. I'll be honest, I ain't breaking that up. Homeboy in the pink shirt, he's big fella.
He's punching down on a woman.
And grabbing her hair. And in the original audio too, there was something where he yelled, "What are you doing with my bitch?" How do you do this? And listen, if there was an argument over who got the better meth that morning at Six Flags over Mid-America or whatever our Six Flags is called, Travis, you'd be up my ass in a second. You need to take this one on the chin, sir. That set black folks and humans back. Not just black folks. That set humans back over 50 years.
The
That's
location does not help.
The male on female, the size differential.
Oh.
My God, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. A woman got tossed out of a scooter. A scooter, Travis, is nothing sacred.
First off,
and
Oh, boy.
who knows? Maybe they even bought fast passes that day and didn't even get to use them.
I knew this was coming, and in my mind, I thought Travis only had one option here, and I'm wondering if he's going to take it. Go ahead, Travis.
I wanted to close that path off for him, but I need to give him something for a release valve. Go ahead.
Well, first off, we're not even sure if these people are black. They look kind of
okay.
Dominican to me.
I
if you're
knew you
gonna
was gonna
ask
blame
me.
the Dominican.
I'm not saying they are, but I don't. We're not even officially sure. First of all, Disneyland tickets are incredibly expensive.
Oh, boy.
Expensive, so it's very difficult for a family to, especially a black family in America to go to Disneyland. It's very expensive.
You want us to bail now? You want us to bail now?
And until
Everybody's
we know for
hair.
sure if those
Everybody's hair in
people
that video was very expensive, sir.
We're not the only culture, race, ethnicity that puts other people's hair in our heads. So I think that's racist as hell, and that should cost Creds 40
No,
points.
not racist.
I
was actually showering them with compliments.
We don't know their names. Do we even have these assailants' names?
You're lucky I didn't play the original audio because there would be the N-word and bitch getting thrown out every Tuesday. I mean, maybe then you would understand.
I didn't hear any
the
rap
severity.
music in the background. I didn't hear anybody yell "World Star."
Right.
So to assert that it was African Americans, that's kind of a big leap there. I'm not certain that they were. Like, I don't know. I don't. And plus, like I said, like Toontown, like we don't even go to Toontowns on the weekend. Like that's silly. We don't go on that side of town. We know not to go to that side of town. We know how divisive it can be. So, I mean, it being California has a rising Hispanic population. It's very likely that those people weren't even African American. We're not sure. The fact that we can't confirm they're African American, I don't think should cost me.
We're quite sure. And if you keep this up, I will pull the audio and you'll hear the N-word dropped 50 times. And
man, a lot of people say the N-word. Shoot, I heard the president 2 days ago just say the N-word on Twitter. So I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know the difference sometimes, man. But I'm just saying.
What do you have to?
I mean, and they could have technically been white people. Look like because white people get great tans in Southern California. So we're not even absolutely sure if it wasn't you guys.
Now,
I'll give you 10 for that.
what do you have to say about the woman who was ejected from her mobility scooter, sir? That's
It's a miracle. It's a miracle she was able to walk again. Like, God bless her. And I think that's what we should be talking about, the blessing that woman, she came to Disney World and she can walk again. Like, Gardner gets on me for supporting the House of Mouse, but how many people can go to a place like Disney, go in on a scooter, and then walk out on their own accord? That's pretty impressive.
Shout out the crowd there. I'm pretty sure a lot.
The only thing that
The thing I thought you were going to do is blame Chris for showing domestic violence on the screen. I thought that was your. I thought that was.
I thought he was going to say the oppression of the white man caused their stress levels to hit.
I thought. It's a tough one to overlook. Look, Loquisha fell in your lap one month,
Yeah.
and you take advantage of it.
Right.
You tried here.
Yeah.
You tried. You're gonna have to overcome.
The only thing that would have made this perfect for me is if there was like a Brendan Dassey from Making a Murderer situation where the dude in the pink is sitting there in cuffs and they're like, "Man, you just messed up," and he's like, "Do I get to ride the Matterhorn later still?" Like that's the only thing that would have made that the perfect video, right? If he didn't quite understand the atrocity that he was just admitting to.
Now, Travis, what do you have?
Well, I have a young lady by the name of Marianne Williamson.
Okay.
You may know her as a Democratic presidential candidate. She
Yeah.
kind of made some headlines a couple of weeks ago for her very out of this world debate performance.
Literally.
Marianne Williamson is a very interesting representative of your community,
Oh.
and she certainly put on a very entertaining display recently at a Houston church where she asked all the white people to apologize to black audience members on the speaking tour of slavery, lynching, and other issues. She asked white members of her audience at an event last month to apologize to black people also in attendance for things such as slavery, lynching, police brutality, and other issues. Williamson opened up her Love America tour by asking all white people in the audience to stand up during opening prayer. She then asked them to hold hands with black members of the audience nearby and start by saying, "I apologize." With nearly 200 black people in the audience on their feet, Williamson apologized for slavery, lynching, murders, rapes of black women, destruction of the black family, mass incarceration of black men, being called the N-word, and systematic and institutionalized racism, and more. It looks like, according to Marianne Williamson, likely president, if she goes by the same math that Donald Trump used, um, she is basically calling out her community, which you are a part of, Chris, and doing something and making sure you're being held accountable for things that you specifically and probably your parents did. So, Chris, how do you feel about that?
Are you saying
That a white woman is telling you that it's all your fault.
so?
Sounds like-
Are you praising her?
Yeah, that was really
I don't
strange
know what
because
I'm
you just
doing,
had
to
a
be
really,
honest with you,
you just had a really,
because at the same
you
time,
just had
I
a
was
really good argument, like for her kind of dolazoling herself and like making, like how
No.
uncomfortable and how horrible would you feel?
This
You're just a
is-
black person there to support a Democratic
gets
candidate.
points for
like,
this.
This is like get out of like. The fact that you could have just ran
No.
her under the bus and she was trying to white-splain stuff to that. No, those black people in that audience were empowered, smart, amazing people that didn't need to be pandered to. And they should be offended that this witch did this. I don't like this at all.
And I think
which
that
She's trying to spin spells on him, man.
Travis is thrown off. Your
Yeah.
Disneyland went
He's
through
concussed. That dude
and
in
then
the pink
also
hit him upside
he
the
went
head.
with Marianne Williamson, and he knows I'm the one doing the adjudicating here, if you will, and he knows that she's into crystals, and so am I. So that's probably
Well,
thrown him
yes.
off. And so this one is. It's not that you're not prepared. This is a perfect storm against you, Travis. This go around.
you're
This-
right.
And you've seen it. You've done it to Chris before, so you understand when this happens. And
I
it's
understand.
happened
I'll
to
be
you.
honest with you. I'll be honest with you. You're right. I am thrown off this week. The president of the United
Oh,
States
no,
said
no,
some
no.
things
This is
that were
good.
just absolutely inappropriate
No.
and uncalled for, vile, disgusting. In fact, there was a recent poll that was put out early this morning that illustrated more than 65% of Americans are calling the president's tweets racist. And for a young black man as myself, who's doing his best to empower the youth and my community, the burdens and pressures of being a black man are a lot, especially when the president of the United States is using racist language. So
No,
the
this
reason
is
why I
not-
struggled during this segment is because there's real issues that are affecting my community right now, Chris, in regards to
No.
race. And
You're
right
trying
now,
to
the
bunt
president of
during
the
a
United
perfect
States,
game.
it just feels like I don't know, man. Like, Chris, why did you support this man in 2016? Why did your community go out and put their all behind this individual? Why why did you give us Donald Trump? And you specifically, because we have the tape, you going back and you supporting,
You
because
should pull it.
I think Trump went on Rogan. I think he went on Rogan. I
He
can't
didn't.
remember.
He didn't.
And so
Good.
yeah, the Gardner, that's why I struggled today. I was having a
I-
tough time because
I took some
of
points
that
away
and then
from
Jim
Chris.
Crow. Okay.
You're going to bunt during a perfect game, you dick.
I mean, this is a big story. I mean, it could have been used.
Again.
And I didn't use it. You know why I didn't use it? Because I'm not about using crutches or excuses. And again,
did.
I still think those people are
I'm
Dominican.
adding 10 to Chris for
Thank
that one
you.
because
Yeah.
we know you are. So.
Hey, man.
But
I'm over here just trying to enjoy
You did kind of take away some points from him there with that rant, but I added 10 more points after that comment. So, but it's you narrowed the gap a little bit with that, but it's been a big week for Chris. That's absolutely true because I think I knocked 100 points or so off your score initially with that story, and then it was hard for you to recover from that. He had you up against the ropes this entire segment. So, but you were able to claw back a little there. We have a few contests left. We'll see how it goes. But as of today, with Tigar, the Great American Race, Chris with a 730 credit score rating, Travis at a 680. So 50
Chris
points
Gardner,
differential.
if I can say, I know the game's over with, but if I may say, you've done a great job as arbiter. You've been steadfast. And I understand why bears frighten you because you're an amazing human being. You give a lot to the community. And
It feels pretty gross.
I sometimes I'm hard on the Jayhawks, but that's only because I care. So
Does it feel nice when you're being pissed on, when you think it's a refreshing gush of water on your foot there?
if I had a
Gardner?
Post-it note right now, I would put it on Gardner's forehead that says, I love you.
I think now is a good time to
give you
use
10 for
Travis's
that
drop where he agrees with Trump. See, that was the perfect notification because now we've got a little time.
Is it this one? Oh, wait,
Well,
hold
we're
on.
having
The
technical
computer's-
issues.
Hold on
That's
a
okay.
second here. Hold
We're on it.
Thank you, President Trump.
It's not that one. So there must be another one.
Oh, there could
That's what the
be-
Russians do. That's what happened when they get a hold of the Face app.
This is where I understand where President Trump is coming from.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
doubt it this go round. I do doubt it
Okay,
this go
thank
round.
you. Well, hey, feels good. I think maybe Gardner was. It was such a beating that Gardner felt bad. I think the score should maybe reflect that a little more. But Gardner is a man of the people, so if he wants to keep it
Typical
close,
white
and-
privilege, already ahead of the game and still wants more.
it's tough to hear, man.
I'm gonna take the scoreboard down and leave it at 40. A 40-point differential.
All right, that's been the Great American Race. That's it for the first
Actually,
hour.
hold on.
Uh-oh.
Let me look at the scoreboard. 730 to 690. I got to remember that for later so I
Okay.
can write it down.
All right,
730 to
7:30 to
690.
690. Great first hour, man. Looking forward to next hour. We'll do some dogs on film. Thanks to Hillside Animal Hospital. Big thanks to Getaway Carts, customized without limits. You can check out their carts online, getawaycarts.com. They're a supporter of We Are Live. If you live in St. Louis, you're looking to get around one of your neighborhoods in style, make sure you hit up Getaway Carts for customized golf carts in the St. Louis area. We'll take a quick break. It's We Are Live. We'll be right back.